Hello everyone, I've got an unboxing. It's a bigger unboxing and I need to tell you all straight away that I won't be having as many of those as I used to. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, circumstances have changed and I need to make cutbacks. A lot of people are going through that sort of thing. That's life. But we'll enjoy it while we have it, and I still have a lot of limited editions that I got years and years ago, which I've never shown you, so there's plenty I can still do in the future, no worries. Today, as you can see, I've got Mishy with me, so it's a Falcon Day. And the other item you will have spotted is this limited edition for Ys VIII. And I brought it out because I finally want to do the unboxing for Ys IX, Monstrum Nox. This is now a few months delayed, mainly because they have ongoing problems in Europe with getting the supplies through for putting together the limited edition, so I've only received it about a week or so ago. So I'm eager to get the cellophane off because I noticed when it arrived there's a bit of a bulging here from what I think is a piece of paper wrapped around the box, and I think it's just that the cellophane has sort of tightened it and made it bulge a bit, but I want to check that everything is in order, obviously. And I don't know if you can see it, there's a little sticker on the cellophane there saying AUS for Australia. They've obviously marked this box for going down under. I wish they'd put NZ on it because it wasn't going to Australia, but in the general direction. So the cellophane is off, and yes, it's, I see. It's a sort of a semi-see-through kind of slip cover, and it's got a bit of a slight bulge in it here that must be I don't know whether that's production or storage or what, so it's okay, it's not a big issue. So here we have the artwork for the box. That's obviously the front cover with the title, the top and the back cover, and the sides, all kept in very muted colours. So why did I put this box out? Well, people tend to compare Ys VIII and Ys IX a lot. That seems to be a constant theme when you look at comments, reviews, videos. People discuss their preferences, and it's quite interesting because most people completely love either Ys VIII or Ys IX. They don't dislike the other one, it's just that they like one better. And it seems to be pretty equally distributed, which is interesting. And I think that's just fine. Yes, obviously people will have a liking more for one or the other. I'm really, really keen to find out which one I will gravitate towards. Or maybe I will like both of them equally well. I don't know. I have never played a Falcon game that I didn't like, and I think I've got all Falcon games that were released in the West, and that includes Xanadu Next on the PC. I honestly can say that none of them have disappointed me, and one way or the other, I like them all. Now, Ys VIII came out 5 years ago. Yes, 5 years. Originally on the Vita. Oh, yes. And that was here the original limited edition. It's a beautiful edition. It's quite possibly my favourite limited edition. But we won't have time to look at that today, otherwise we won't have enough time for Ys IX. Ys VIII for the PS4, I only have the standard game for that, and I keep a digital copy on my PS4 just for convenience, so I can quickly dip into it whenever I want to. So let's dig into the Ys IX box. I have deliberately not watched much about Ys IX, videos, reviews, etc. Very little, and skipped anything really that had to do with the story, because obviously I want to have a fresh experience. I actually prefer the box without the slip cover. I know it's a protection, so that's good, but for visual display, I honestly would prefer it without the slip cover. From my point of view, it's not really necessary. So we've got quite a few items here, and I must say at first glance, they do look rather nice. I want to just open up the game straight away because it feels quite heavy, and I suspect there might be something inside, some illustration, maybe some little manual. Crackle, crackle. I hope my cellophane fans are happy with this. Oh, that's not thin cellophane, that is thick plastic. It's actually a very good protection. There we are. And yes, indeed, there is a surprising amount inside that game case. First of all, a reversible sleeve. And that's the alternate side. It took my surprise. It's a dual disc setup inside the game case. So that's the game itself. And there's a disc called Melodies of the Macabre. Yes, it says on the back that's the official soundtrack sampler, and a softcover art booklet. And the booklet is here. Well-known characters, Adol Kristin and his faithful companion Dogi. And here are some of the new characters for Ys IX. So this is quite nice. 19 pages, relatively thin, but the print is good, so that's very nice to have. I'll just get that out of the plastic wrap. It says Wanted, Adol the Red. So they've done all the main characters, I assume most of them, in the style of Wanted posters, like the Renegade. And there's the Raging Bull, the White Cat, the Doll, the Hawk, the Crimson King. So a nice little set of character art cards. And here we have the Lost Sword prequel. And this is clearly a supplemental story. 77 pages. I think I'll have that for my bedside reading tonight. And this box clearly holds a little figurine. So it's a little plastic figurine. I'm honestly not the greatest fan of these little plastic items. If I want a figurine, I prefer getting a proper one. They are, of course, a lot more expensive, but it's usually well worth spending a bit of money on your favourite character. I'd have to say this one is actually quite well done and well finished. So the box says the Crimson King chibi figure. For a small plastic figurine, he is actually quite well modelled and well finished. Most of the Ys limited editions, at least the ones I've seen, always contain a book or diary done in quite a fanciful, old-fashioned, even antique style. That's sort of the theme they have running through, and they've done it again with Ys IX. Ys IX Monstrum Nox nails in the coffin the art of Monstrum Nox, and it's got a beautiful finish on the outside, a sort of very soft leather feel. It obviously can't be leather, but they've given it quite cleverly that kind of natural feel, and it's got a beautiful dark red auburn colour. As you would expect, the book has all the character art. It looks to me like this is a larger version of the illustrations in that little softcover booklet that comes in the game case. Since I don't know the story, I think I'd be forgiven for saying that the Crimson King looks like a dead ringer for Adol. The White Cat, it's a cute name and she's a cute figure. Raging Bull, Renegade, Aprilis. Now she sounds very mysterious. A cloaked woman whom Adol encounters in the prison city of Balduc. Her false limbs and willful eyes leave a strong, lasting impression. And even what I assume are minor characters are getting a full attention here in the art book. I assume there is a very large cast in the game. And of course there has to be a cute little critter. And this one's called Xavier and is capable of human speech, which is always handy in a critter in a game. And a few event scenes round out the book. 46 pages. So it's not big, but it is very nicely presented with good print, and it's very nice to have all the characters there. And here we have the official soundtrack, Chains and Chansons. I can't get any closer because the background lighting is putting that white spot on everything. So there's a total of 15 tracks on here. As usual, I will try and get a couple of tracks that I can incorporate a bit in the background here. And lastly, we have what looks like some keychains. Baldur's Most Wanted keychain set. And I don't know what the material is of the little figures on the keychain. Well, they're actually quite large for keychains, I'd have to say. But they seem to be quite popular these days. They've got a kind of leathery feel, whether it's a soft PVC or some other synthetic, I don't know. So that's all there is. Well, there's plenty, I would say. Overall, I'm very pleased. I've recently seen some limited editions where you could tell they were cutting corners and trying to minimize costs, and it's always apparent in the quality of the items in a limited edition. But this one is pretty much up to the usual Falcom standard. Yes, obviously Mishi has been overseeing production there. Yes, I'm very pleased with the finish of the items, the thought that has gone into them. I've got an art book, I've got the music, I've got the game and some extras. I'm happy. So I will now do my usual quick panning shot around the table so you can see everything together. Thank you very much for your interest in this unboxing. As always, please keep well. It's Mishi saying goodbye. He's going to sleep. And it's goodbye from me. Until the next time. I'll see you around. Thank you very much. I'm Food for Dogs.